Okay, so who can tell me something about the sun? Anaya.
It is 5 billion years old.
Good. Noah?
Our sun is really hot.
It's really hot. Do you know about how hot?
5,000 degrees.
5,000?
5 million. I know.
McKenna? Okay, everyone listen to McKenna.
It's made out of really hot gases, but what comes from space that all form the sun. And the sun is also a star. And also, it's about like 1,000,000,5 billion degrees.
5 zillion, is that a real measurement?
No. Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
And it's so hot that it can burn a spaceship and yourself in your eyes. Or you get too hot.
Okay. So who can tell me then, if we know that the sun is made up of hot gases, if it's really, really hot, how does the sun affect the earth and what we do on the earth every day? Mariana.
This is actually another fact about the sun. The sun gives you vitamin D.
Perfect. That's a way it affects the earth and the people who live on earth. Anaya?
It's not about the sun.
Ashley?
I have another thing, but it's not about how it can affect.
Okay, one more.
But the sun takes 100 Earths to make the sun.
That's a really good fact. So the sun is really, really big.
Yeah.
Okay.
It takes 100 Earths to go across.
Well, yeah.
So who can tell me how the sun affects the earth? Joseph, can you tell me?
Warming up the land, so, it's always like this.
By warming up the land, did you say?
Yeah.
The land, and then what else does it warm up?
The water, the soil, the ground.
Perfect, good. So Joseph just said that the sun warms up the land and the air. Does anyone know how it does that? If I turned on this lamp, would it help you?
Well, right.
Michaela? Listen to Michaela, Elliot.
Wait, what was it again?
How does the sun warm up the land and the air and the water?
Well, the sun's really hot and it gives us it would warm us up because, well, it's bright and we know that when we go really close to the sun, it's kind of like a light bulb.
Right.
And a light bulb is really hot.
Right. So I think what you're trying to say is that the sun's energy is in the form of light, and it warms up the sun and the earth. It's called radiation. You'll learn more about that later. Okay. So I'm just going to ask you a couple questions about when is it hot? Is it hot during the day or at night? Ashley?
Day.
During the day. Do you know why that is?
Yes. Because the sun directs our direction. It's daytime, and then it goes to another direction when it's nighttime for us.
Can we show the class on this globe? So if we're here, this is North America, right? If the sun was shining, if this is our sun, is this daytime or nighttime?
Daytime.
And then what if North America is over here now? Is this daytime or is this nighttime?
Nighttime.
So if you were here and you put your hand right here, I can feel the heat coming off of my sun right here. So China is getting the direct heat from the light bulb, while America, when it was over there, wasn't getting any direct light from the sun. So now what we're going to do with our experiment, if you want to see, this is a pan of soil. This is a pan of water. I can't tilt it, but it's just a pan of water. And this is going to be our sun. So who can tell me what a thermometer is? What does a thermometer measure? Malachi. So it starts with a T.
Hot or cold?
The thermometer measures the
Temperature.
Good. Does this look like a thermometer to you?
Yes. Nobody.
You You guys are probably used to the mercury thermometers or things like that, where you actually have to touch the object to get the temperature. But this is a thermometer. Can everyone see?
No.
All I have to do is just push this button and point it at, like, if I wanted to take Jenna's temperature, it doesn't shine anything. I can just point it at Jenna, and it can tell me the temperature. So that's how we're going to take the temperature of the soil and the water, because it's a lot quicker than using a regular thermometer. So the soil is going to represent our land, and the water is going to represent our oceans or our lakes. Who has any predictions on if the soil or the water will heat up faster? Elliot.
On the soil.
You think the soil will? Why do you think that?
Because soil is always outside a lot and water isn't
Water isn't outside?
a lot.
Okay. What about like an ocean?
An ocean is,
Mm-hmm.
but oceans are cold and once you're in it, it turns warm.
Okay. Does anyone else have a different opinion than Elliot that thinks the water will warm up faster? Avatal, why do you think that?
Because the sun,
Noah?
there is more of the water in the sun, and sometimes, like when the sun is moving out a while, there's not a lot of land, and most of the heat that goes to the water.
Okay. So the class is kind of split in their opinions, so we're going to test that today. We're also going to test how fast each of these will heat up. So if you look at your sheet that you have in front of you, everyone should look like this. It says making predictions. Who can tell me what it means to make a prediction? Joseph.
Like, in the time I have one thing and you know, predict how much it was. So like, the question stage where you have to guess how much, like,
So it's kind of a guess.
predict how much good.
Right, okay. At the very bottom of your page, you'll see there's a question. It says, which will heat faster? The land, which is our soil, or the water? I want each of you right now to turn and talk to your partners, and I want you to talk about which one you think will heat faster and then why. You have 30 seconds. Okay, let's turn back around and face the smartboard. Okay. Everyone should turn and face the smartboard. 3, 2, 1. I want one person to raise their hand quietly and tell me what you and your partner talked about. Josh.
My partner, McKenna,
Mm-hmm.
told me that the water will heat because as soon as something hits the water, it starts burning up.
Mm-hmm.
And I said like boiling water,
Mm-hmm.
boil water. And she said that land won't. And I said like sand, because sand is just minerals from the ocean heated up. And when the minerals are heated up, they turn into hot sand.
Good. Okay. I want everyone to circle. It doesn't matter what your partner said. It's whatever you want. Circle if you think land or water will heat up faster. about how the sun heats. Good. So we're going to do an experiment, and we're going to check 3 times what the temperature is. So you see on your paper, it says start. We have to take an initial temperature of the soil and the water because we won't know how much it's changed if we don't take the initial temperature. So see up here, it says, I predict that the soil will be. Right now, I want all of you to predict in your heads, don't talk to your partners right now, how hot or cold you think the soil will be. So do you know what the degrees Fahrenheit it means?
No. Yeah.
Ashley?
I know it because like when you look up a roller coaster, sometimes it'll tell you like some information, and then it'll say like 75 inches Fahrenheit.
Okay, not inches, but 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Good. So right now in this room, if I were to guess, it's probably about 70 degrees Fahrenheit in this room right now. So I want you all to predict what you think the soil will be and what the water will be right now, before the sun or the light even shines on it. And just fill in those first 2 boxes.
Wait, what do you mean? Like when the light's shining on it, or without?
Right now, without the light shining on it. I'm going to predict that the soil will be, I can't write on the picture. Okay. I'm going to predict that the soil will be 68 degrees and that the water will be 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Because I think the water coming out of the faucet's colder than it is in this room. But I think the soil probably has gotten to room temperature.
Is Fahrenheit hot or cold?
Is what?
3 degrees Fahrenheit.
3 degrees is very cold, because like I said, it's like 70 degrees Fahrenheit in this room right now. You can. Okay. Yes.
About 30, it's on for 30.
This person's going to fix it for us. So everyone should have your first 2 squares filled in right now. Your first 2 squares should be filled in right now. 30's cold too. It's 70 degrees in this room right now, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, look at me if you have your first 2 boxes filled in.
It's on freeze.
Good. Oh, perfect. Okay, so I predicted that the soil was going to be 68 degrees Fahrenheit, but the water will probably be around 62 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, are we ready to take our measurements? So I'm just going to push this button. This is saying that the soil is 65.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Who was within 10 degrees? So from 55 to 75 degrees for the soil.
I had 65 too.
Good. So we know that discussion is over. We're going to measure the water now, okay?
Wait, that's seriously.
The water is 63.7 degrees Fahrenheit.
That is cold.
That's good. So a lot of you were close.
That's cold.
So now we're going to start our sun. Is everyone ready? We're going to do this for 5 minutes, and we're going to see how fast the soil and the water heat up.
Wait, how much time was this?
Okay, so this is like the sun shining.